Reckless talk. Son of a gangster. Hey, reckless talk. But I got expensive habits. Don't step in salt.
All right, so all right, hey, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Dove from Kenya Gunners TV, and we're back again with another video. Football is finally back. Finally back. I'm here joined with Kwame. So it's basically Arsenal versus Crystal Palace. Boy, oh boy, this is a very big opportunity to redeem ourselves. In fact, but I don't even want anything less than a win for this game. Kwame, what are you telling me, bro? What do you make of it?
Arteta has to earn his money, man. I feel like hey, it's tough. Kids. When you have all that pressure. Last time they finished second.
Yeah,
They dropped the league, so now they're under pressure to win it. And I feel like the coaches need to at least think. I know it's hard to buy a striker right now, but if we can plug where Zinchenko plays, just get somebody there, at least one, and then we get a veteran, preferably a Spanish guy. Spanish guys, even if the strikers are not that good, they won't be that bad. Just get somebody like a Benzema or
exactly
a version of that.
Yeah,
somebody will tell the boys, "Bana, stop being stupid, run, score, finish, do your thing."
Yeah.
So
in fact, I feel like having a Benzema in the team right now, but would really be a plus to us because you see, I feel like that is actually what we lack in the team right now. We lack guys who have experience. You have guys who can hold these guys' hands and tell them, listen, you have the skill, you have the ability, you need to trust in yourself. Let's do this thing.
And show. Do it by showing. Because Benzema will be there. You give him one touch, turn, swivel, shoot, top corner. But these guys, when you look at the training videos, hey, they score some incredible goals. But there is no pressure. There's no pressure.
I'm telling you, if you look at the training videos, they're so sharp.
Yeah, and I know in as much as Arteta is meticulous, is a genius, it's hard to motivate this. A 20-year-old, you can imagine how when you are 20, 21, and then you're being told to try and win a Premier League. And this is the Premier League, like one of the best league in the world. I think we're asking too much of them. And then the other thing that I've noticed is, which I don't know what Arteta will do, I was looking at the stats, and when you look at most of the chances created, more than half are by Saka.
Yep.
So we are too much dependent on Saka creating or scoring.
Yep.
Last season, Martinelli, Nketiah, Gabriel Jesus, and Saka and Odegaard were all contributing at least an average of 10 goals because everybody was scoring. But now all of them are misfiring. So it's so hard when now you're trying to, because that's what I feel, that mentality, that's what Arteta should have been working on during the winter break. Like, divide the goals. We don't have a proper striker. We can't buy now. We accept. But get a leader who can come in and show the boys, take them over the line just for the next half of the season. Take them over the line. It can even just be purely loan. Yeah. So we get that, and then now make sure that tell these guys, look, Martinelli, Gabriel, Odegaard, all of you guys need to contribute, because the problem is they put so much pressure on Saka to hold the whole team, which I think is unfair. So but I'm not happy with so far the stats. I think in the last 15 points we've only acquired 4. Yeah, for the 15 points.
I mean, it's worrying. It's worrying if you look at because just like you're saying, these guys, all they lack is just experience, and it's clearly you can see it by them from even just the way they behave in front of the goalpost during training. You look at the way the guys are so sharp, so clinical, scoring some some of the best creative goals. If you look at the other day, I was just watching Arsenal's inside training videos. Martinelli scored one of the best volleys I've ever seen. But it doesn't do that. It doesn't do that. Yeah. And of course, Arsenal being a big club. And let me tell you one thing, the Arsenal fan base, we are so vibrant. We are so loud, especially now on social media, FTV being one of the best platforms. Yeah. One of the biggest platforms. And trust when I tell you, but these guys listen to these things. These people listen to these things. I'm sure as much as they usually told, don't go on social media. Don't, keep your...
They must watch. They're like, what are people saying? Yeah.
What are people saying? What are people on FTV saying? Who knows? Maybe someday they will be like, what are people on Kenya Guinness TV saying? Huh? Yeah. So
I love them. I love those boys. I think apart from Katie.
But let me say this. So, like you see, if you do notice, if you look at the Arsenal fan base, we're a very interesting fan base. We have some extremely delusional people. Then you have some extremely negative fans.
Negative, yes, like Liguna.
Very negative.
Liguna talks trash.
We have very negative fans. And I'm telling you, when you listen to those kind of fans, trust me, those things get your head. They get your head. And, it's just lack of experience. But back to the Crystal Palace game, I think this is a winnable game. Looking at the stats, by the last time, I was not really happy with the draw that... in fact, it's an away game, by the way. This game is an away game. The last time, our head-to-head record, I'll put this on the screen.
Then we want to curb losing at home. You see, this is the time, for the first time, we've lost games at home. To win the league, you have to win all your home games and win most of your away games. But when we start losing at home or drawing at home, there's no way you're going to win the league. There's
no way we're going to win the league. Actually, but to be honest, I don't think we're winning the league. I think we even did a video sometime back. You also shared the sentiments that you most likely might win. If we're to win it, maybe it might be by luck. But looking at the way, looking at if you have a critical and you've been an old fan for Arsenal respectively, then you can say that Avijana Bado. Man City stands a very good chance. Well, I was reading some news somewhere saying that they might be relegated, where we've always be breaking FFP rules, but it's always been there. Now, I don't think Man City is going to be relegated. Those guys have a very...
Because you see, Man City, in terms of viewership, in terms of the class and the prestige of the league, dropping them is going to affect the whole league. So
it's going to affect, because these guys actually, like you say, the commercial be part of it, what they're bringing by to the Premier League. I don't think by the Man City is going to be. Of course, just going to be politics that are just going to be played outside there.
Maybe docked some points. Maybe not relegated, but docked some points. But I still feel like you see, they have not. I've not seen any indication, because Everton were docked points, but Chelsea, Man City, they have not done anything. So I don't know. And if they don't punish them by docking them some points, then, because it's not that Arsenal doesn't have money, it's just they want to be careful not to get caught up in those FFP rules. You see, so the problem is there's favoritism within the league. If Arsenal just go out and splash on 2-3 players and spend £300 million, next thing you know, you're banned from buying players for the next 2 seasons. And then you're docked points. But you see, with the Man Cities and Chelseas of this world, Liverpool, it's very rare that can happen. So so anyway, let's see how that space will go. But I don't want to be a team playing. We are depending on luck. So we are hoping that the Premier League will dock points. Like, let's just win it fair, because we don't want people to say you guys won because Man City was docked points.
Yeah, exactly.
Let us win this fair and square.
Yeah, and you see, as much as you're saying, by the way, we might not win the league and whatnot. This is football. You never know. Yeah. Whoever thought that Leicester would win the Premier League in 2016? Whoever thought 2015, 2016? So you never know. This is a Premier League. Anything can happen. Yeah. So now back to the Crystal Palace game. This is a head-to-head record for the last 5 games we've met. Recently, the first leg we met with them, we drew them 1-1. That was it was an away game, and then last season we beat them 4-1. I think this is the time they were still with was it Patrice Vieira? Yes. Then we beat them again 2-0. Then 2022 They beat us 3-0. And then in 2021, we withdrew them 2-2. So we have a very, very good head-to-head record with these guys the last 5 games. And looking at the stats, injuries and suspensions on Arsenal side, Jesus still not clear if he's going to be playing. Of course, Zinchenko, I'm not really sure of the situation. Thomas Partey, I don't know what the issue is.
That one, I don't think he's going to play in January. Maybe February or March. I don't know.
Hey, Thomas Partey's situation, but is now becoming it's interesting.
There's no point. So just playing 5-10 games and then you're out for the rest of the season.
Yeah. Then we have Fabio Vieira, of course.
Yeah.
We have Fabio Vieira. I've been seeing him in training. Also, you have also been seeing Jesus in training. So I'm not really sure if they're going to be available. Jurgen Timber is actually in the rehabilitation process. So most likely, if he doesn't play this January or February, I think maybe March maybe he'll have a game or two if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I think because an ACL is a very bad injury.
Yeah, that's there's
no use risking him right now. It doesn't make sense. Remember, we are a club that's there for the next 50-100 years. So there's no rush to have him play and then be injured for another 2 seasons. There's no. So I understand where they're coming from, and I think what they might be doing is they want Partey to heal up, shine towards the end of the season, sell him, replace him.
Exactly. So
anyway, that's the best thing to do in my
that would be the best thing to do. Then now, just before I ask you the question that before this flies off my head, let me just go through the Crystal Palace injuries. Rob Holding, our ex-defender, not available. He has an unknown injury. Then we have Jay Ward, also has an hamstring injury. So then I think Olise might not be available.
Olise is not available. Based of what I've heard, Olise will not be available.
Yeah, what's the issue? He has an injury or what?
I think it's an injury.
Yeah. So I think one of the most lethal players they have by there is Olise, and they have Eze, and those are players that with Eze, with Olise not being available, Eze cannot do it. He cannot do it on his own. So I think this is a game. This is a game that we should win.
Biggest I don't see us losing. What I hope is that we can start the game very fast. In that, if we can score a goal or 2 in the first 15 minutes, remove the pressure. Because the more the time goes, the problem with Arsenal is, if we dominated Liverpool for the whole of the first half and 10 minutes of the second half, we dominated them like they were just surviving. So that means we can dominate Crystal. But you see, people have discovered that, look, we don't need to play ball with these guys. What we need to do is just have a tight defense, then just wait for one mistake, because the problem with the young guys, they get frustrated when they're trying and trying. Like now, I think the last time we were having a conversation on in the Kenya Gunners, we had 61 matches, and I think only one shot. It was only one goal scored or something. 3 goals scored in 61 shots on goal. So that's what I hope Arteta was working on, because everybody now knows if I need to stifle Arsenal,
go ahead.
I don't need to play the same football they are. I don't need to possess the ball. Then I mark Saka and disrupt Odegaard, because he's the playmaker. So if I disrupt those two, and then once they get frustrated, hit them on the counter, because being young kids, they lose concentration. So now when they've been pushing, and then they are scored, then their hearts, like they feel like, oh, we've messed up. And so then
it just shows you an experience. But even that defense, as much as we're talking about having a good defense, I think the defense, they really get frustrated by them from the chances these guys usually miss. Then at some point, they just drop off form completely. Form completely. And then goals just keep on coming left, right, and center. I mean, look at the goal that Liverpool scored. Kivior, well, that was a mistake, but I surely you could have done better.
And then we were the best defense in terms of set piece defending. Then all of a sudden that started going south. Yeah, because we used to be one of the best teams in the league in terms of defending corners. But Kiwi, or when that goal was coming in, like he just looked lost. Like the ball, he just headed the ball into his own
It's
net.
like he was just playing. He's like was playing. He was playing. It's like was a Liverpool player. He just headed it right on the. And at least you can even try and twist your head. He just headed it right.
I think they're feeling the pressure. You know, the difference between playing for a mid-table club and playing for a club like Arsenal is the pressure. Because you see, I know they watch this Kenya Gunners, and they watch this other AFTV, and they hear the fans saying, "Oh, sell these guys, they're useless," and all those type of things. And so I think it gets to their head. But the psychologist for team doctor for the team, I think he needs to work. I hope that's what they were working on, because skills they have. I don't think when they went for the winter break, it was about skill. It was more mentality. And then we need to stop this idea of specific people holding the team, either Gabriel Jesus or Saka. Every player needs to give 110%. Every player. If every player gives 100%, then I believe we can win games. But the problem is when everybody knows Saka is the one who's going to torment on this side, this side, this side. So the defense, they put a bias on Saka's side. Every time Saka touches the ball, 2-3 players on him. Then they know Martinelli will weave. So long as you don't allow him to cut in, he's going to cross the balls to nowhere. And he keeps doing the same thing. He runs, he looks down. He's very good at whatever. But, so I think Martinelli needs to have a bit more composure in front. In fact, that's what I think they need to work. They have worked on. Everybody else needs to pull up their socks, because Martinelli this season has been very average.
It's very
average.
Yeah. Anyway, that's basically our match preview for Crystal Palace. I think we're doing another video of first 11, and we're going to have a back and forth on this. So anyway, you guys let us know what you think.
What's your score prediction?
Score prediction, I think I'm going with 3-0 to the Arsenal for this one.
Same here, 3-0. We have a lot to prove. We are at home. The defense has always been good. They're just frustrated because our strikers have been sleeping on the job. So I hope that, and then also I hope Mikel Arteta can try and mix up the tactics a little bit, because I think we've become a bit predictable.
Oh yeah.
So that's also a problem. But good luck to the Arsenal. Let's hope that this will be the beginning of a run of wins.
Yeah. You guys in the comment section, just let us know what you think. Smash the like, share, and you guys will be seeing on the next one.